Hey YouTubers, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David. Today, I thought it'd be fun to look at some Gaff cards, not just one deck, a couple of decks. What do you think of that idea? All right, so recently I backed a Kickstarter campaign. It was the Bicycle Red Gaff Rider deck playing cards from Alex, and you do a little bit of reading on there, and Alex is actually from Bocopo playing cards. They released this Gaff deck, came to me in the mail, got it, and then I was thinking, you know, I could just do a regular review where I take this out of the box and just go this card, this card, this card, this card, this card, and just show you all the cards that came in the deck. And I don't know, that didn't excite me, like I didn't want to do that, so I thought, you know what, it'd be better than that is not just show you the cards, but then show you other Gaff decks that also have the same cards. So show you the cards that come in this deck, but side by side them with some other Gaff decks that include very similar cards, if not the same cards, and kind of give you an overview of what comes in some of these Gaff decks and maybe do a little comparison. So we're gonna compare this deck also with the Illusionist Gaff deck, with Ultra Gaff by Wayne Houchin and Daniel Garcia. We'll also look at the Weapons deck from Eric Ross, and we'll look at the Gaff Effect deck from First Magic Studio. Now I have some other Gaff decks like the Copag deck and the Brooklyn 101 deck. I'm not going to compare those along with this because those just have different back designs, and so I thought, well, you know, let's just keep it Bicycle Rider back. All right, so first we're going to look at the original cards. These are original cards in the Bicycle Red Gaff Rider back playing card deck from Bocopo. Cards that I just don't have duplicates of in other decks, so they're at least original for me, okay? All right, so first you have 5 ESP cards. Then we have the Love cards, where every single indice up in the corner spells out L-O-V-E. Then we have 5 arrow cards. Each one of these cards points in a different direction. And it'd be kind of cool if you said this was the, this was your prediction, and you flip it over, but it's an arrow, and it's actually pointing off to something else that would be the prediction. There's this blue circle card that says the word green inside of it. Here are 2 question mark cards and a was this your card. There's also 2 queens. One has missing pips and the other one has a barcode reveal. And then we have 2 5s, one that has a puppy dog print on it and the other one has a no symbol around the center pip, making it actually a 4. And then we have 3 random normal Gaff cards. You have a blank face card, a double backer, and a double facer. All right, so now we're gonna look at some cards that are similar or at least the same as other Gaff decks, and I'll put those other Gaff decks side by side with their tuck case. I won't call attention to which deck is which. You'll just have to look at the tuck case and just know from looking at it. So first up, we have like a multiple card. So we have the 99 of hearts and the 21 of spades. And then there's the famous 52 on one card, where all 52 cards are on a single card. Then there's 2 blurry cards in this deck. One of them's a little bit more blurry than the other. It's kind of like, you know, you shake the card and then when you stop shaking it, it's still blurry. Here's the Presto Printo finale card. That's where the magician has the back to the audience and he bangs it on the table and all the cards fall to the bottom. Here's a set of cards that you would use for Skinner's Ultimate 3-card Monty. Then of course there's also the famous 3.5 of spades. Here's a King of Spades that has a reveal card pierced through his sword. And then you'll have 2 cards that have different corners, like sort of a reveal or a way you could fan the cards and they wouldn't be seen. And then you have 3 cards with alternate corners. These would be unseen, so like this would be kind of like what you'd use in a Bewave style effect. Here's a card that has 4 court card heads on one card. Here's 3 more cards that have different colored suits. So the red suits are black and the black suits are red. Here's 3 cards that have fake stacks. So it looks like a fan of cards left to right, or you know, so many cards going down in a stack, but it's actually one card, not multiples. Here's a joined heart card. You do this in kind of like a lover's routine where the 2 hearts touch or they stick together. Here's a 9 of diamonds reveal. And here's a smoke or fog or condensation card. And this would be where like you had a blank card and you blew smoke on it and the smoke makes the reveal. These cards are interesting. It's two different cards that are kind of stacked one on top of the other. Here's a 10 of spades with a kiss or like a lipstick mark on it. You have the spectator blow a kiss through the tuck box and it lands on her chosen card. This card is two cards that are side by side. This card has a card that is revealed inside of one of the card pips. And lastly, here's the King of Clubs, and the side pip has moved on the card, and you could do that with like a Erdnase color change. All right, so that's all the cards. As far as how they stack up and how they compare, the Bicycle Red Gaff Rider Back playing cards from Alex has 6 cards that are the same with the Illusionist Gaff deck. So the Illusionist Gaff deck has 6 cards that are the same. The Gaff Effect deck by First Magic Studio has 24 cards the same, if not exactly the same. 24 cards, that's almost half the deck. Plus, even the box, even the tuck case is similar in that they have alternating red and blue colors. From the Weapons deck by Eric Ross, there's 15 cards that are the same. And from Ultra Gaff by Wayne Houchin and Daniel Garcia, there are 10 cards that are the same. So this deck feels a lot like what would happen if the Weapons deck and the Gaff Effect deck had a baby. Lots of crossover there. So it seems like out of all the cards, the Illusionist decks have the most original cards in them. When Illusionist puts out Gaff decks, they tend to release not copycat cards, but original cards. And I think that would be true also for the 2 other Gaff decks I have from Illusionist, both the Madison Gamblers and the Gaff System. Lastly, I would point out, like, if you recognize some of these gaffs, or you know the creator of these gaffs, or the first trick that used one of these gaffs, or how these gaffs are used, what tricks are used for, put that in the comment section below. Tell us. We should always give credit where credit is due. We all should recognize that we stand on the shoulders of giants. Nothing that anyone creates nowadays is that original. We're all copying and stealing and borrowing from one another. That's how the magic industry has always been. So if you know who originated these cards, or where they came from, or what tricks they started off in, put that below in the comment section for us. All these cards were printed from the United States Playing Card Company, so they're all going to come with the quality and standard that you already love and recognize from USPCCC. And you can find many of these decks still for sale at your local card and Magic online retailers. Thanks guys, I had a lot of fun doing this review. I hope you did too. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.